In continuation with previous topic, that is the function of chief ministers, today we have to see about the state legislative assembly. So this is the state legislative, so the governor, then the legislature, then it is divided into legislative assembly and legislative council. Okay, so according to article 168, there are 5 states shall have two houses. So that is legislative assembly, that is your lower house, that is Vidhana Sabha. Then there is your legislative council, that is your upper house, that is said to be Vidhan Prasad. So here Bihar, Jammu Kashmir, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Uttar Pradesh, these things will come under legislative council. Okay, and the creation and abolition of legislative council, according to article 169, if the legislature passes a resolution, majority of the total membership, and that should not be less than 2 by 3 membership present and voting, and it is transmitted to the parliament. And also according to the article 170, the composition of legislative assembly, that is each state shall have a legislative assembly, and not more than 500 members should be present there, and also it should not be less than 16 members also, and direct election from a territorial constitutions, and there should be a ratio seats between the population should be uniform, and delimitation is that each of end of each decimal census. Okay, next let us see about the terms of legislative assembly, the terms and condition of legislative assembly according to article 172. So the 5 years from data of first meeting, and during the 5 years, if emergency is in operation of extension by parliament, should not be exceeding 1 year at a time. In any case, not extending beyond by 6 months from the end of emergency. And what is the main qualification for this? Then he or she should be a citizen of India, and 25. He should be a minimum 25 years of age, and such qualification are be prescribed by parliament by law. Okay, at least twice a year interval, not more than 6 months. Okay, next let us see the quorum of legislative assembly. So here the 1 by 10th of total membership of the house for transacting, and the powers and functions of legislative assembly here, that is the main power of the legislative assemblies are to make a law on each subjects. I mean maybe it may be in any subjects in the state list, that is it can make a law on any subject in concurrence list, and should not conflict with the law that is already made by the parliament. Okay, and it has a power to make a law, but that law should not be conflict with the law already made by the parliament. Okay, next is that control over the council of minister, asking question and passing no confidence motion, and controls finance of government, that is it has an exclusive power to pass the money bills. Okay, and next thing is that it elects its own speaker and deputy speakers, that is it remove them from the majority of members of legislative assembly. In continuation with this, let us see the speaker and the deputy speaker, that is they are neutral for the party politics, and command respect of the groups. So the main role of the speaker and deputy speaker is it is elected by the ruling party, and also he or she should be neutral for both the political parties, and they have to command the respect of the groups. So the main feature of high office that is that they should be very dignity, they should very independence and impartiality. And let us see the power of the speaker in legislative assembly. So the presiding officer conducts the house in an orderly manner and regulates the proceedings, and casting out an allotment of time to each agenda, and also to admit all the resolution for discussion and decides an adjournment. Next. So in continuation to the power of speakers, it instructs the government to the table of document, and also authenticates the bill passed by the houses by his signature and pass it to the governor, and also custodian of rights and privileges of legislative assembly, which means it issues summon to the appearance before the house of charges of contempt or a breach of privileges of the house. So hope you all see the parliament discussion. During the parliament discussion, if there is any disobedient of the rules, he or she might be sent out of the Parliament House. And money bill or not decides, and decision is final. Okay, so he accept the resignation of the member, and also all the committee of the Legislative Assembly are consulted by him at the House, and also he appointments and directs the chairman of these committees. So in continuation with this, he or she act as a facilitator and regulates admission to the gallery, and it lays the guidelines for recognition of legislative parties and their leaders in the House. Okay. In addition to this, that exclusive power to decide on the disqualification of a member group of defections, and also he also has a power to arrest and imprisonment and sentence under a criminal charge or by an executive order, which means that fact must be immediately reported to the speaker. Next is vacancy, that is ceases to be a member of a assembly and he resigns and removed by the majority resolution. 14 days period notice is given before passing any resolution. Next, let's see about the composition of a legislative council, that is based on the article 171. Not more than 1/3 of the member of a legislative assembly to the state, and it should not be less than 40 members unless parliament provide the law, until such law by the parliament. So it provides 1/3 of elected by the electorate of municipality, district boards or local authorities specified by the law, and 1/12 of graduate of any university in territory of India and 3 years of residence in the state, and 1/4 of teachers constitution, that is 3 years, and that should not be below than secondary school and equivalent to by the law of government. And next is that 1/3 of non-legislative assembly elected by legislative assembly members. Okay. So next let us see the terms of legislative council. So here it is a permanent body not substituted for dissolution. So 1/3 of members retire every 2 years and after completion of 6 years terms. And the qualification of members of legislative assembly, that is he should be a citizen of India and his age should be 30 years, and he should possess a high qualification such as prescribed by the parliament by law. And chairman and deputy chairman, they act as a presiding officer and elected by its own members and removed by dissolution by majority of existing members in the council at the passing of resolution. So if you have any clarification related to this legislative assembly and legislative council, you can feel free to kindly approach me. Thank you.